We're about to earn gold, and every day we have to decide if we want to use that gold to rebuild and upgrade the alchemist to buff our casters, or do we want to use the gold over here at the smithy to first rebuild it and then upgrade it for our fighters. We also could potentially use our gold to hire new mercenaries at this horn, but since it's day 1, we cannot do that yet. I'm looking over our starting composition, and I'm seeing a mage class, 2 healers, and then a captain, which I think is physical, plus this guy's physical, I believe. And then we have a tank somewhere. Yeah, all these guys start with no gold, so I think it actually doesn't matter what you do at the start. We'll just try rebuilding the alchemist, but as you can see, no one's coming over to buy anything here because they have no gold. So I think all you can really do at the very start of the game is just go directly over to the dungeon, ring the bell. Before we do send them in though, we want to make sure our composition's good. Like, we have 2 healers in this group, which obviously is not good. We want to swap a healer over to the other group. And this group has a fighter, which seems like a good tank because they have 30% evasion. That's way higher than everyone else's evasion that I was saying. The healer actually is 15, but the healer only has 14 HP. The first group that we just took the healer from has a captain, which can buff allies and uses the halberd from the second row, so they're kind of a back line. I think we want to swap out the warden in this group for a tank, because I don't think the warden is that tanky. They only have 11 HP. So we'll kick the warden out, and then the tank will come over here and take his place. And yeah, the tank has 26 HP, which is a lot. Let's just roll with this composition and see how it goes. Alrighty, so we got our tank in the front line. And it looks like other people can take damage. I think these mushroom guys are ranged, so they can hit whoever they want, basically. And yeah, day 1 is pretty easy. Down here we got our wildling person on the mage ram. The heck? The purple bar on the bottom, I believe, is some kind of morale level or something. And when that purple bar gets to 0, which you're about to see with the healer, they are going to flee. There they go. And that's it for group 2. And our tank is fleeing in group 1. That's not ideal. Hopefully no one dies in group 1. Okay, they flee. Alrighty, so group 1 I think did better than group 2. Slightly. Or I guess they did about the same in terms of how much gold they have now. After leaving the dungeon, none of them had enough money to buy anything from the alchemist, so upgrading that was actually pretty pointless. We may have made an error there, because now we only have 12 gold to hire new heroes. And ideally we hired 2 today, because we need 2 more to fill up our 3rd squad, and it costs 8 gold to hire them. So do we want a healer, a wanderer who has a 30% evasion, or another tank? Group 3 is only going to be 2 people, so let's have it be a wildling and some other physical class, and they'll just try to kill as much as they can before their morale dips. Unfortunately, the game is kind of dumb, and everyone forgot what group they belong to. Like, we got the 30% evasion guy in the same group as the tank, which is not ideal. And then we do have a healer in this group though, so that's good. Let's definitely swap the tank out of this group, and we'll see if these people are smart. No, they're not. They put 2 healers in the group with the 30% evasion person. We'll try to swap out one of the healers, and they're just so stupid. Okay, I don't know if there's anything I can do about this. What we could do is swap someone out of this 3rd group, because this one with the healer probably should have a tank. I think the healer group should go far, so let's swap out this wanderer and hope that they go into this group. And they don't. Okay, this game sucks. Alright, well, I have very low hopes for the group in the middle. And then, what the heck is going on with the group at the bottom? We have 3... Okay, the group in the middle just fled. Like, they're screwed. I think this run is just cursed. I don't think there's a whole lot we can do here. We got just too unlucky, I think. I mean, the group at the top is doing well, and then I haven't been watching the group at the bottom. Looks like they're just doing really good with their evasion, though. Group 1 flees. Group 3 with the tanky boys. They're doing well. And the tanky girls, too. Oh no, the Wendigo is going to kill someone. Oh, the tank actually gets out. That's really good. Hopefully they just get out and they don't die. If anyone... Oh man, they're going to kill it maybe. Aw. Yeah, as you can see, people can get killed in the dungeon. Unfortunately, I don't think we get their gold. On the bright side, a couple people were able to buy some upgrades. And then we have 12 gold left over only. Yeah, I think this run is just not going well. I wonder how I would do this differently if I could, assuming that they choose their groups randomly. So we're going to start over, and this time I'm actually much more optimistic. We got a warden with the 30% dodge in the front of this group, and they have a healer. And then at the bottom of this group, we have a tank, and they have a healer. I don't think we had the same thing last time, as far as like the solid composition, but I may be mistaken. Also, one thing I did not do is I didn't spend any gold. So as long as no one gets killed here, we should be able to fill up a third group when our tank goes down. Hopefully they can be sensible and flee. One thing you should be able to do is force your groups to flee. And that's part of what the devs probably would have done had they kept developing this game. Okay, phew, the warden did flee. For some reason, they stopped developing this game, and I don't think they're going to continue, which is a shame, because though I did say the game sucks, I think with a couple very small tweaks, this game could be a lot of fun. Oh wow, we got quite a bit of gold today, much more than the last run. And the more gold they earn, the more gold I earn. I'm up to 23 now, which is much more than I had on the last run. We'll summon more heroes. And the question is, who do we want to hire? I think the wildling's really good because they're 30% evasion and they're pretty tanky. So we'll hire them. And then I don't know so much about the tank though. 28 HP on the guy seems pretty solid though. I should just hire him. And then we don't have enough left over to build a building, which is unfortunate because a couple of our dudes could buy some upgrades. They had 10 gold, and I think upgrades were only like 5, right? So for day 2, I did not use any rerolls because we had a healer in group 2 and group 3, and I decided, okay, you know what? I don't want to mess things up and throw 2 healers in one group potentially. So yeah, we just rolled with it. Group 1's looking okay because they have a tank and the 30% dodge person, and the mage does quite a bit of AoE damage. So they actually might do the best out of everyone. I would not be surprised, although the tank has taken quite a bit of damage. But you can see group 3 is already fleeing, so yeah. I was thinking every group needed a healer, but right now it's not looking like that's completely necessary. Although group 2 is doing crazy good. Did they make it to the Wendigo? Yeah, they did. Oh no. This is where you need to be able to click a button to make them flee, because I don't think they can do it without any gear. I really hope our tank doesn't get killed here. Oh wow, we actually killed a Wendigo on day 2? No way. What the heck? Okay, well this run is amazing compared to the last one. Jeez. They did all that without any upgrades. Wow, they got so much gold. And they got some type of achievement, heroically cleared the way to level 2. You can also see as they're battling, their class is increasing. And I think we want to prioritize on buffing these guys' gear. So we got 2 warriors and a healer. I think it's fine to rebuild the alchemist and to rebuild the smithy, because I think they can afford it. And we only have 5 gold left over anyways, so it's not like we can upgrade either of them. It's 40 gold to upgrade the alchemist, and it is the same for the smithy, I believe. Yeah. You can see people are just buying crap loads of stuff, so they're getting a lot stronger. It turns out I actually had 19 gold. I guess they were holding out on me, and I was thinking about hiring some other people. They're all E class though, I believe, which is the lowest class, and I was looking for a healer. None of these guys are healers, so I think we'll just not, and we'll save our gold. Place your bets on which group gets the furthest. So for some reason, this group is on the next level, despite the fact that their composition changed. Which again is a flaw with the game, I would say. Our tank is tanking pretty well, but I don't think their healer was even that good, yeah. Dude, this game really needs just the smallest amount of micromanagement where you can just choose the groups, or at least make it so the groups don't change between rounds, because I did nothing to change our composition between the last round and now. They chose these groups like idiots, and oh, the Wendigo is here. That group has no healer, although they don't need a healer, I guess. Unfortunately, the tank doesn't get any of that gold, though, I think. On group 1 is about to lose our captain, I think that is. And oh wow, this is the chosen run. I will say maybe it's a good idea that I can't tell them to flee, because I definitely would have told them to flee. And yeah, I guess you gotta risk it for the biscuit. Group 2, unfortunately for the warrior, does not get much, but the others profit quite a bit from that. Kromta got a huge upgrade, and then I didn't see who that was. They got the ring. We're now up to 52 gold. I'm thinking we want to buff our tanks. So let's upgrade the smithy. Let's see if anyone comes over here to buy anything. So unfortunately, no one is coming over to buy anything. We can see if there's any new heroes that we want to hire, because we have 12 gold left over, I believe. I'm not seeing a healer among the group. And they're all E-class, I believe, because they're fresh recruits, so let's not worry about it. So these geniuses decided to put 3 tanks in this group, and we can see their guard is 572% on both these tanks. I think their guard was only like 80% or something on day 1. We'll swap a tank out, and we got a healer in this group. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. No healer in this group, unfortunately, but maybe that's about as good as we can do. I mean, this group has 2 tanks, but if we kick one of the tanks out, then it could send in the other tank or like another healer. I think it's just too risky, so let's just go with it. I wonder how the game decides which group is on level 2. I think maybe if a group clears a level, then that level is cleared, I guess. Because maybe like group 3 cleared and then group 2 cleared. But it has nothing to do with who's in the group maybe, as far as who's on level 2 now. I think that's kind of how it works. Yeah, I haven't really been watching what's going on. Someone in group 3 fled, and group 1 is on the Wendigo. Although, I think the tank is beastly. Oh, he actually might go down. No, he does not go down. Very good. Wow, group 3 has just 1 person left. And I didn't see what they did. Oh, they're on the final boss. Oh no. That's it for them. Their morale is full. There's no way they clear that. And yeah, please just let me tell them to flee. Just let me. Whoa, they're actually doing so much damage. It sucks so bad that they got killed there because they were so good. Let's watch what's going on with group 2. They should flee, honestly. Like, we can all kind of agree they should flee, right? The healers are just healing too much. Looks like we're gonna lose some important people here, maybe. I think that dude in the back line is really good. Yeah, Niwo was class C. Dude, I'm so frustrated with this game, man, because it's like, why? Can't you just continue developing it and make it better? Because it's so good. Like, if the game sucked, then I wouldn't care, obviously. I'd be like, okay, whatever, it's a crappy game. But, like, the premise is so cool. We lost Tranef as well. That's unfortunate. But maybe they weren't that high a class level. I didn't see what it was. I saw 3 people buy a 30 gold item, but I didn't see what it was, though. I think Arrow Cleora bought the Ash Staff, but I can't see, like, what it's doing as far as the stats it's giving him. I have 49 gold, so I could hire and sponsor a tank. I think I'll do that, and then I'll hire the captain buffs, but the captain kind of sucks, I think. Maybe it's good enough. Let's just hire the captain, I guess. I don't really know what the buffs are doing is the thing. I sponsored the tank, which gave him some gold, and unfortunately he bought a weapon with it, not armor. I did 2 swaps on the next day, and I mainly got our class B wildling into the same group as a healer, which was my goal with the swaps. And it's a class C healer, so they should be able to hopefully keep them alive. And they also have a captain in the group, which is going to buff them. I think that group should do really well. And that's the first group that we're going to be paying attention to mostly. I think they're going to do super well. C class, E class, and B class. And our second group has 2 Cs and an E class. And our third group has 2 Cs and a B. But our third group does actually have a healer, okay. The healer's class C. We don't have the upgrade alchemist, so the healer could potentially be getting better heals off if they had better gear, maybe. Not sure. Let me had someone flee from group 3. There goes the healer, and okay. As I thought, group 1 is doing really well. They actually might make it to the final boss this time. Everyone's full morale. I'm not sure how the morale mechanic works. Maybe as long as you're just owning, you're getting more morale. 25 crits. Whoa. That skeleton just got one-shotted. Another 25 crit from the wildling, I think it was. 26 crit. Whoa. The wildling is beastly. They might be the best tank because they have such high evasion. We're going to lose the captain here maybe. Which is fine. The captain is E class. He's trash. And the captain gets one-shotted. Was that? If we had a better third person in that group, we probably would have actually killed the Skeleton King. They still got a crap load of gold though. 56 for our wildling, what the heck? Our wildling buys a breastplate for 30 gold, so that must have been a pretty big upgrade. And then I, for some reason, only have 35 gold. I think our heroes are hoarding our money. We're gonna blow the horn and summon some more people. And we do get a healer today. I think we're gonna hire them. Could hire and sponsor them as well for fatter heals. Yeah, let's do that. They're gonna head over to the alchemist and buy some medicine, and they're gonna buy a gambeson. And they buy a ring of evasion. We do not care about our healer having evasion, really, do we? They're like that person that plays WoW to be a paladin tank. It's like, dude, you're a paladin. You gotta heal, man. The main thing I'm seeing today is we have a healer class C in our wildlings group. So we're just gonna send them in. And that group is group 3. As far as the other groups, they have healers as well. Unfortunately for group 1, their healer is the tank healer, I think, who thought that she needed to get tank gear as a healer. Well, at least their group's gonna be really tanky because they have 2 other tanks in that group. I didn't even notice that. Not that I would have swapped it out, even if I did notice it though. I do wonder if the wildling needs a tank in her party. I'm saying she's evading a ton though. She's got 2 evasions in a row. 3 evasions in a row. Wow. You can see the mage is doing some good AoE. The mage is class C now, so they're pumping some DPS for sure. Not as much as the wildling though. 25 crit. Sheesh. I do wonder if that group could kill the Skeleton King on this run. Could fast forward because I don't really care too much about these other battles. Like, we know they're capable. And see what happened to their groups. Just fast forward till we get to the Skeleton King though. Alright, they made it to the Skeleton King. Just go 2 speed. I mean, I can't micro this. Could just go 3 speed, honestly, but I kind of want to see well, big crit. But then he has 3 healers. Another big crit. Get him. One more crit and the Skeleton King's down. Come on. You can do it. Yes. Holy, the wildling carries. Okay, well, we know she can do it, so let's just fast forward that. They're putting up a good fight though. They're evading a lot. 2 people get upgrades to class A, and our mage is class B. And look at all the gold. I was gonna upgrade the smithy, which costs 100 gold, but I only have 50. I feel like I'm getting gypped. Just upgrade the alchemist, I guess. Maybe the wildling can get some upgrade for themselves. Field medicine for the healer. Wow. The field medicine is, I believe, their staff, so I think it just heals more. Another healer gets field medicine, so that's 2 beastly healers. Ring of regen on this healer as well. They have 1 HP regen. I guess that's kind of helpful for a healer because they don't need to heal themselves as much. For this next level, you may notice one of our groups has 4 people, and apparently that's a thing now. Groups are made of 4 people, which I did not know that was the case, or I would have hired more dudes. And I tried to after we rung the bell, but the dudes that I hired did not want to come in. Like, I rung the bell and then went over to blow the horn to hire some more people, but those people did not want to join our group. So yeah, I don't have much hopes for group 1, but they do have an A class healer and a B class mage. So far they're doing pretty well. Group 3 is on a whole new level though, and they do have 2 tanks. They're class C, an A class healer, and our B class wildling. And that might be like the ultimate composition. We'll just speed this up because, again, there's not much I can do besides just hope. And group 2 is down. They all fled though, at least. No one got killed. And looks like that might be it for group 3. The healer and the wildling are gonna maybe do this. No, the healer's dipped. The wildling finishes and gets all the gold from that level, and they do manage to flee. Wow. When our first group is trying to take on the Skeleton King, oh no. We're gonna lose our A-class healer, I think, maybe. There's no way they can do this. Can we tell them to flee? Why, you fools? I don't think so. They do flee, wow. Okay. And they both are class A now. And then our wildlings also class A. Very nice. We only had about 40 gold, and I used it all to buy some new mercenaries. And I bought 3, which apparently was not necessary because, as you can see, our first group only has 3 people max in it because they're on level 1, I think. The mushrooms were their first level, right? I'm not sure what's going on with that, but our third group is amazing. I looked at the wildling stats and she's got like 58% evasion or something crazy. Our tank's getting a little bit low. Oh, and the tank flees. What the heck? Let's see if they can proceed without a tank. The wildling evades 3 attacks in a row, which is pretty good. And then I guess enemies can miss on top of that evasion. So overall, she's got a pretty low chance to be able to get hit. Group 2 has a lot of tankiness and an A-class healer, so they actually might clear this level. That's not a bad composition if you... And the wildlings are very low. Oh no. And they're gonna keep going. Oh no, that's not good. The wildling's dead, I think. Seriously? That's so lame. Well, there goes our best dude by far, I would say. Let's 3-speed the rest of this. We'll see how our tanks do. Tank plus healer composition. They're not the highest tier of tanks. And you can see the difference between a C class and E class is double their HP. We got the boss with 3 healers and the Skeleton King. I really don't think there's any way we do this. Yeah, we're just not able to get through their healing. We need some type of healing reduction item. That'd be cool. Yeah, RIP our wildling. We do have an A-class mage and healer off of that though. And with that, we'll actually just head right back in because we were up to 74 gold, which was not enough to upgrade any shops. You need 100 gold to upgrade the shops. So, yeah. As far as like the micromanagement that you can do in this game, there definitely probably should be some other ways that you can, you know, give certain heroes gold maybe. And there should be better itemization. That'd be cool. Then obviously, like, you know, the ability to make people flee would also be good. Just some changes like that. And the game would have some really good potential, I think. You'd have a lot more compositions like Group 2, which is looking pretty solid actually. We got an A-class healer, C-class tank. We got a captain, which is buffing people. And then we got the hunter guy with the bow, able to throw out some DPS. Is it going to be enough though? Probably not. I think you probably need a mage for this skeleton boss, because you need to be able to AoE down the guys in the back. Yeah, that's not happening. There's no way. Right? Or, wait, we're getting the skeletons in the back. Although, they list out. We have that. We're finally up to enough gold to be able to upgrade either the smithy or do we want to upgrade the alchemist? I feel like we have better healers and mages than physical classes. So let's upgrade the alchemist and see if any of them want to get some good stuff. Oh yeah, our A-class mage buys a 75 gold staff, and then both of our A-class healers buy the 75 gold medicine staff. This next run, we have 2 A-class healers in group 2, a B-class tank, and a hunter class. I wonder if that's going to be the ideal composition. No one should get killed, right? The worst that's going to happen is our tank flees, and then people keep going, which would suck. I'm expecting though, maybe the tank flees and everyone else flees, because they just get tired of throwing around their swords and arrows and stuff. Oh, that's not good. Group 3 is gonna flee, okay. Off of that, we get our first S-class, the mage, and they're rich. I wonder if they can buy some better equipment. No, they're not going to spend their money, and they have 148 gold. We also cannot upgrade the alchemist, but we can upgrade the smithy, and maybe the mage can buy something from the smithy, or maybe they can give somebody their gold. Oh yeah, you got a new robe for 75 gold, very nice. I'm not sure exactly what that did. I guess you guys will be able to see. Here's the before and after. And wow, we got 5 people in the third group. I didn't even notice that. The comp's looking pretty good though. We got 2 healers, a tank, and our S-class mage in the background just pumping damage. Our other compositions are looking pretty good as well. They all have tanks and healers, so I'm thinking we're gonna be okay here. And while the tank flees, what is that nonsense? The fleeing mechanic in this game is a little bit sus sometimes. Like, how is your tank fleeing that early? We need C-class, so maybe that's why. And yeah, RIP, the next in line. The guy was only D-class though, so that's okay. And congrats to Group 1. They did heroically clear to level 3. We're now sitting on a lot of gold. I did see some people buy some upgrades for 75 gold. Oh yeah, everyone's getting upgrades. At this point, I don't think there's anything we can spend our gold on. Like the blacksmith is maxed out and the alchemy hut is maxed out. So I think the game's pretty much over from, you know, a management perspective. We can summon some more heroes and sponsor them. Might as well just hire and sponsor everyone because we can afford it. Yeah, we're just gonna head in, and I think we're just gonna 3-speed from this moment on, because yeah, there's not much more we can do. Wow, we actually lost someone in Group 2. They had every role fulfilled. Our S-class mage, and they had a tank. And we lose someone in Group 3. We lost an A-class. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. If I could tell them to flee, then I would do this on like 2 or 1 speed, but I can't make them do anything, so... I didn't see what class Flavelin was. I think that was our captain. He was an A-class. We'll just go 2-speed on this next one. I think 3-speed was a little bit excessive, even though, you know, at this point in the game, I don't really care too much about what happens. I mean, I'm trying to make every composition have a healer and a tank mainly. And I did have to do 2 swaps to make that happen, which is kind of funny because we have 3 tanks in Group 3. And I don't even know if I could see 3 tanks from the other screen. There might have been some type of visual bug there, if I had to guess. I'm seeing AoE being thrown out from the mobs on the 3rd group. I never noticed that before. So I wonder if it's actually ideal to have multiple healers in a group. They can help with the AoE. Our healer in Group 2 looks like she's not in a good spot, and same with our mage. She runs, but we do kill what might be the final boss. I kind of hope it's the case, because I'm kind of over this game, if I'm being honest. I would totally come back to it if it got updated, and maybe they changed the name to something not Diablo related, so Blizzard can't do their copyright. And while Group 3 is going to clear as well. Holy moly. We just owned. We got a ton of gold off of that. Our mage can just retire. I don't even know why he's still doing these dungeon runs. I'm pretty sure there's nothing more he can buy. Oh, we did win the game. Very nice. Good timing, because like I said, I was over it. We can decide to rest and rebuild the village, or we can run it for a few more years. Our mage totally ended up retiring with his unlimited wealth that he got from the dungeons. He totally did not try to go back in for fun and end up getting killed by the boss. That did not happen. But yeah, that was Tristram. If you did like the game, then maybe let the devs know by dropping a like on the video. Who knows? They might see this video, and if they see it has a lot of likes, they might get inspired and they might try to expand upon the content. I know when I see my videos that have a lot of likes, I get inspired and it makes me, you know, want to do more of that content. So maybe those devs are the same, and we could see a Tristram 2.0 in the future.